Hi guys, Becky here at Aunt Beck's Creations, and we're going to do our hour-long working on a tag. And I asked everybody to bring some recycled chipboard of some sort. I get a piece of chipboard between the cat food, and it's that wide and everything. So what I actually did is I cut my tag down to 3.5 by the width of the actual card, and that was 5 1/8. So my tags are 3.5 by 5 1/8. All right. Then once I get one made, I just use it as a pattern, but I'm going to show you guys how to get the basics done on one. So if you're starting with just a piece of cardboard, you'll know what I did. And I'm going to put this on here so it's a little easier to see. Hi, Janet. Let me take a sip of tea. So the tags are 3.5 by 5 1/8. But if you have a larger piece of chipboard, if you want to find where your halfway point is, you can do that too. Hi, Fran. Hi, Gertie. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how I came up with my measurements, how I created the tag, and all of that. So the first thing I want to do is I want to find the center of my tag before I cut the points off. Hi, Violet. Hi, Dawn Boss. Hi, Joyce. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do half of 3.5, which is 1 3/4. So I'm just going to put a little mark there and maybe down here. And I'm just going to put a line because we're going to cover this with book pages here in just a minute. I'm not real concerned about making pen marks. And then I put the hole about 1/4 inch in, I think it is. Yeah. So you could mark 1/4 inch down your line and put a little dot. So you know that that's where the back side of your hole is. So when you put your punch on, you're going to line that little mark you just made up and center it on your line as good as you can get it. And punch your hole. I'm a little off, but I'm okay with that too. All right. So let's see how far off I am from my original. Not far enough to bother. All right. Now we want to do the dog ears here. We're going to cut these off. So what I did is, hi, Linda McAllister. Hi, Joan Bell. Making tags that are 3.5 by 5 1/8. Find your center point and put a hole at the center point at the halfway point of the width of your tag. So 1 3/4. All right. Now to do the little dog ear things, I measured 3/4 of an inch from the side to toward the dot, toward the hole we just punched. So do that on the top of it. Then turn your tag and come down from the top on the side 3/4 of an inch. Make a little mark. And then you'll just run a line between those two marks. Got to do another one down from the top on this side. So 3/4 of an inch. And then run a line. And see, once you get one made like this, you can just grab another piece, line it up like that, mark your line, draw a circle around in the middle, and then you would just punch your circle out and cut your corners off. You won't have to measure. Once you do the measuring once, keep your template. Keep the part that you made your writing on. Then you'll always have this. If you want to make tags in a hurry, you won't have to do the math again if you keep this as a template. All right, and then we're just going to take our scissors and cut the tabs off. All right. And by doing that and having a template, if you wanted to make a tag book quickly, you could just trace around this, cut it out, and you have them. So see, now I've got all these tags. The holes line up pretty good. And so we're going to do just one. If I counted my template, I would have 6, but I only have 5 tags. I'm really and truly thinking we're only going to get 1 tag done this week, but we can do another tag next week and so on. So does anybody have any questions about how to get your tags into tag form? I'm going to take a moment here. Joyce Boring says, I want a cat tail. Mary made a stamp. Yes, Mary carved an awesome stamp. Hi, Mitz. Hi, Lisa. Lisa, I hope you get to feeling better. Hi, Kimberly 557. Girl, I haven't seen you over here in a while. Of course, I could have had my nose down to the table. Hi, Fran. Fran says she don't worry with measuring or any of that. Well, I'm just wanting to make these into a uniform tag book. So I wanted them all to be the same size. And I'll get more of this cardboard in the cat food because we buy the same kind of cat food all the time. Hi, Sharon Lombard. All right, so once you get your tag shape, we're going to start covering this. And I was just going to cover the front, whatever you determine is your front side. I'm going to do the side that's got my pen marks on it. And we'll go ahead and cover this with book paper. So I pulled out some book paper. I'm going to use a couple different kinds. That's probably way enough to cover it. I have a glue stick here, but I'm really debating whether to use tacky glue to keep it. I've got my Scotch Quick Dry here. I'll just use it. Hi, Shelly. Uh-oh, bad tummy and messed up, bad headache. We had that a couple days ago over the weekend. That's one of my stray wild gray hairs. And I'm just going to glue these down. So your choice of glue, I'm just using the Scotch Quick Dry because it's what's in the baby bot I've got here. And I'm just going to randomly cover this tag up. I've pulled out my circle punches because we're going to put an owl on this. And I want to show you guys how to do this cute little owl. I learned how to make them from May Made It, which I haven't seen any videos from her in a while, but I might have got unsubbed. You never know. And after yesterday, that was crazy yesterday. I was trying to watch y'all's videos, and I would see Lisa was posting a number of videos yesterday, and I'd get the notification. But then when I went to watch it, there was zero videos under my subscriptions. And there was a message, and it said, there's no videos from anyone that you are subscribed to. We suggest that you subscribe to somebody that has videos. And, you know, I know Lisa has videos. Mary has videos. I know all these people had videos. So I don't know. That was just crazy yesterday. It was very weird. So we're going to make some owls today. A little owl sitting on a branch. That's what's going to be on our tag. But let's get a background down here. I'm going to cover it with book pages and then use Distress ink to color it. But if you don't have Distress ink, feel free to use, you know, paint or whatever you have, crayons, any of that. I'm not saying you have to have Distress ink. We can all make substitutions when we don't have something, that's for sure. And it's probably good if we don't, you know, rush out and buy everything all the time. And see, I'm not even caring if the writing goes the same way as the page or any of that. I just want to get book page down here. see if we can wipe some of that glue back off the part that hangs off so I'm not gluing my tag to the work table. This is from a book, and this has some images on it. I'm going to save that aside for something else. It was so strange yesterday, and I don't think I was the only one. Violet, you posted something about YouTube being broken, and it was just really strange yesterday. And it stayed like that for, I think, a couple hours. So I don't know if YouTube is working on something. I'll have to watch and see if they give an update. You know, sometimes I watch those update videos, but I don't always. I probably should. Let's see if I can just tear this. It was just really strange. I was like, now I know these people have videos. They were just listed like 5 minutes ago before y'all kept telling me that I'm not subscribed to anybody that does any videos. And I was like, that's bull doo-doo. Yeah, Creator Insider. I watch that sometimes, but I don't watch every one they put up. Especially when a lot of them are just focused on the very young members of YouTube, not us ladies that like to do crafting or anything. They seem really focused on the youth. I'm going right over the hole because I can punch it back out. It's just getting some texture on here is all I'm focused on right now. Yeah, it's just been acting crazy. So I'm really hoping I can stay on for an hour today without getting, you know, any buffering or craziness. I better quit yakking and focus on getting this paper down or I'm not going to get it done. These are all upside down, but that's all right. We probably won't see a lot of it anyway by the time we get it all covered up. We went to Woodcraft today, and oh my word, that road over there by the mall. And we always seem to decide to go over there at lunchtime. I told him, I said, we've got to be possessed or something to make us think going over by the mall is what we need to do at lunchtime when everybody's trying to get lunch. He said he was regretting the decision to go the way he did too. And it took us a while to get down the little short street section from the interstate to where we need to turn to go to Woodcraft is one street. And it took us probably 5 or 10 minutes instead of just a really quick zippity zip. Because we had to wait for all the oncoming traffic to stop coming. And then something people do here in Greenville, when the light is green and you're making a left turn, they will not pull into the intersection so that when traffic clears, they can pull on through. They just wait at the light and then they wait through another one. And it's like, if you pull into the intersection, when the light turns yellow and everybody in the opposite direction clears, you can just go ahead and turn, but they will not pull forward into the intersection for nothing. Fran has a question, you guys. Stampira Cosmos. Has anybody bought that? I have not. So I will speak up and say, not me. I finally coaxed all my kitties in. It's pouring rain again here. Tanya said I was to expect some because she was getting it yesterday. I'm just fed up with it. Really am. So over it. When I sign off here, I've got to go pay the storage unit, and I got to drop something in the mail. And Mary, I got your package, but I'll probably come on another time. And I forgot to share what I got at Goodwill, but I wanted this to be just our time to craft together. So I'm not going to do any hauls or any of that right now. Uh-oh. I just want to cover up this last little bit right here. Oh, let me tell you, we went over to Woodcraft to get a particular thing Scott has been wanting, and it went on sale, and we drove all the way over there. Well, he had gotten into Woodcraft, and a couple was coming in, so Scott stopped and held the door for him like a gentleman. And you'll never guess, the lady went over and got the last one of the items Scott drove all the way over there to get. He said, that'll learn me to be polite. He said she marched right over there and picked up the last one, but they were nice and they were going to order it in for him at the sale price. So he was a bit irritated, but they worked with him, and they're going to get him one in. I've just got a couple edges that are showing that I want to cover up. I'm not going to worry about the back because I can always paint a piece of cardstock, or just put a piece of cardstock on the back, and then I can put my information on it, and I can cover up any boo-boos or any of that. All right. Wipe all the excess glue off. I'll put these little bits back in my book page bin. All right. Cover the glue up. I'm just going to trim these down, even with the edges. My great big scissors are really sticky right now. I need to clean them. So now what you would do is color your background any way you want. I'm just going to use the Distress ink. And I'm probably just, oh no, it pulled some off right there. It didn't stick. Well, let's try again. Will this cover it? It will if I do it in two different, maybe I accidentally pulled it off. That could have happened. Yep. Nope, that's not it. It's all right. We have more glue. I'll try to be more gentle this time. If you wanted to rip your paper smaller, you could, and give you more texture. And I'm working with the time I have here. All right. All right, so I've got my background glued down. We're going to call that good enough. And I've got a variety of greens and blues. Mermaid Lagoon, Broken China, and Peeled Paint. And I was thinking I would just stamp them down on here a little bit. Oh, that one's really juicy. I'm just going to use a piece of paper towel. It's a little damp, not a lot, but a little. And just kind of squiggle it around here. That green is almost overpowering my blue. I think I'll come back in with that darker blue on the top of, toward the top of the tag. If I can get my fingers to cooperate. I'm going to get a spray bottle and see if I can get it to move a little bit more. This is just water. Just a couple squirts of that and see what happens here. Gets it to move a little bit. There we go. All right, that's pretty good. All right, so now I'm going to see if I can find something that's got some brown to it to make us a limb for our owl to sit on. In my junk bin. I really like just a piece of brown cardstock. Here we go, this will work. All right, so I don't have a die for a limb, so I'm just going to kind of cut one out. Kind of just wiggle the paper as you're cutting along. I can always trim it shorter back at the base. That Distress ink is kind of sticky. Maybe give it one more little. All right, just stick this on here. I don't really want it to go off the edge, but I want to have enough room here for the little owl. I'm going to save those little bits. I'll glue this down. Yeah, I'm going to put brown around the edge. I have the, what is it called? Walnut stain. I have some walnut stain there. But I'm only going to use it on the edge of it once I get done with the little owl. And to make the owl, I've just got a variety of circle punches, and that's what I'm going to use to create the little owl. And I have way too much out the side. I'll just cut it off. And just trim that free. Probably getting glue all over these scissors. So now we got a little branch out here. All right. So now we need to do some figuring, kind of guesstimates. I broke my mid-size punch like this, which really bums me, but I'm going to use this to create the body. Okay, so I want a base to build on, so I'm just going to punch a brown out like this. So that'll be his little body. Okay, now I want to cut a circle out like this size, out of a piece of some kind of fun looking painty paper. I'm just digging here. I don't think I want him to have blue wings. Oh, that one's too thick. That's how I broke my other one, is I cut something too thick. Maybe this will work. So just punch a circle out. All right. So fold your punched out painty paper circle in half. Like so. And then you're going to make it, you're going to cut like a teardrop shape. Think about cutting out ladybug wings, okay? Like that, okay? So then when we open this up, that'll give us the wings for the side of the owl, okay? I'm going to take my base. We actually might want to cut them even smaller so we can get more of his tummy showing, because I'm going to show you something really neat. So just keep trimming just a little bit off at a time until you get the wings to a size that you like and a shape. And if you mess up, it's just scrap paper. I'm going to have to put that piece of white paper because I can't even see the brown on the brown. There we go. Am I where you guys can see? All right. Once you have those, line them up with your circle. Line it up at the edge. Whenever you get whatever shape you want. I mean, I keep thinking I want more of his tummy showing, so I keep trimming them smaller. There, that works. Okay, so then line your wing kind of up here. And you can use pencil. I'm just using pen, so I'll line this one up with the other side. And we'll mark along where the wing will line up there. All right. So we'll set the wings aside with the tag. And we're going to work on this. And then this one, we need to use a small circle. So I've got this circle. It's just slightly bigger than this one. But you could use this one. It would just take you longer to add your breast feathers than this size. And this was a Recollections thingamajig. Yeah. And this, you want lots of nice colors. So I have another bag somewhere here of when I did the painty paper and I put the Post-its on it. I'm going to use some of these Post-it pieces. And just go ahead and punch out a bunch of random little circles. I even got some cat-shaped ones there. And each time you punch, try to get something a little different. I think I've got 2 layers of things there. We're not using the green side. We're going to use the, we're going to use the side that's got all the pretty colors on it. I'll take time and turn all of these right side up so we can see the colors as we go. I don't want to punch out of those. I probably have enough punched for the little space I'm doing. All right. So we'll get started. If we need more, we'll punch more. So we'll turn these over so you guys can see the different colors. So what we're going to do is in the center where we marked the V shape, we're going to glue them down. All right, so we'll do 1 row along the bottom, and then we'll do the next row in between the previous row. All right, so just put a little line of glue. You just need enough to hold it in place. Like that, okay? And then just randomly pick some up and put them on here. You might want to overlap them just a tiny little bit. And they can hang off the bottom of your circle. All right, so then the next row, we'll add some more. So start from the opposite side and overlap. Like pretend there's another circle here and put that circle down like it would be between those two. And then this one will go in between those two like that. I did this on a bigger canvas, and it was a little bit easier. It wasn't so tiny, but I think this is going to work just fine. So see how you overlap them? You're going to do that all the way up the V. Now we'll start getting smaller again and go up. So we're going to overlap the previous row just a little bit. And so this one will go like it's running in between those two. Whoops. It's just fiddly. Okay. Put another row of glue. It's okay if you overlap the line because the wing is going to go over the edge of it anyway. In fact, we might have to do a little bit. You could almost do partial circles on either side. So if you put this down, you could do a partial circle, but I'm not going to try to cut these itty bitty things. This paper's pretty thin anyway. That one is stuck down because it's part of the sticky part of the Post-it. That's funny. Can't get it loose. So you just build up your center. I think we're going to have just about enough. I might need to punch one or two more pieces. Uh-oh, that one's stuck to my finger. Okay. Put that one dead center. And I'll get one more. And I think we'll have enough. All right, we're not going to, let's see. Yeah, we're going to attach the wings next. Wings are next, so you get your wings back. So now when we put these edge to edge, they're little wings. And of course, if you wanted something more colorful for the wings, you could do that. So I'm going to glue those down. I'll look at chat here and see if you guys have a bunch of questions, and I'm just kind of going along here. I always figure you can go back and replay it in a little bit and slow me down. I was listening to Mary last night when the internet came back on, and she was saying, "You're going too fast, Becky." On the Dirty Dozen that I did yesterday. "She's going too fast for me," Mary'd say. I said, "Sorry, Mary," but I don't think you heard me. So just cover that area up with some glue. And then we'll put this down. Ooh, too much glue. It'll dry clear. Uh-oh. All right, so that's his body. Now we need some claws that he's holding on. So I want something a little bit yellow, and I'm going to try to cut out some just little feet for him. And I might fold it in half, so I'm cutting them out at the same time. I keep these separate from everything else so they don't stick together. Something yellow. Here we go. And we only need a little piece, so I'm just going to chop. Okay. All right, let me see what you guys have been talking about. Hi, Emma. Hi, Journey. Yeah, congrats to Journey for winning the loom on Lisa's giveaway. All right. I'm going to fold this in half and just kind of freehand him a couple little claws. So they got to be big enough to come down over the branch a little bit. So let's see what I can do. Of course, the top's not going to matter because it's underneath his body. My fingers have so much glue on them, I can't. If they're a little bit big, they'll be hiding under his body anyway. And then I'm just going to cut some toes out here. Kind of toes. I don't know if they're really what owl's toes look like, but this is just a cutesy little tag. It's not meant to look real. What do you think? 4 toes? 4 toes, and then they have the claw that goes toward the back of the limb is what I'm thinking. So let's see what my funny little claws look like. All right, so one would go like this and one would go like that. See, I think they're too big, but I could be wrong. Let's set him down on the limb and then put his body on. I think if I just set them back together and trim a little bit off the width, I'll be okay on this chunky side here. A lot of this is just freehand cutting and eyeballing for me. And I know not everybody's comfortable doing that, but practice. All right, so there's his little claws. I'm going to go ahead and glue them down onto the limb. Bernadette's snoring. I don't know if you guys can hear her or not. She's over there. She's wiped out. I was watching a video of a soldier coming home, and she was calling to her dog. Probably one of y'all reposted it. Well, when the dog started barking, Bernadette said, "Ooh, woof." I was like, "It's on the computer, you silly thing." She was going to get that doggy told. All right, so there's his little claws. And then we'll put his body on. I might go in and fancy his wings up, because that's a piece of I want to say floor wax paper, but y'all know what I mean, art paste. But I used starch paper. I did the laundry starch instead of the art paste. So stick his body on. Then we're going to give him a head. And to do his head, because I broke my other punch, I'm going to use this one with the ruffly bits and punch out a circle that size. It's a little bit bigger than a 2-ounce paint jar. So if you got the next size bigger, like my spray bottle would be a good size for a head. Only 3 front claws. Well, oh well. It's glued down now, Joyce. We'll just say mine's a cartoon owl. It's going to look like a cartoon owl anyway. But now I know 3 claws. You'll just have to do. I think I've got his chest feathers ruffled out too far. Maybe he's upset about something. All right, so now we need a fun something for his head. I'm digging through my papers. I think it's time to do some painty papers. My goodness, I can't believe how picked over I am. This is somebody's envelope. All right. And on this one, yeah, I'm going to cut a little scoop out the top. So he'll lose some of his ruffly bits. And just cut a scoop out. Like that. All right, so there's that. Now I'm going to punch out some smaller circles. See, I've got this size, and I'll go back to the little guy, and we'll just give him some eyes. So where's that yellow again? Bring the yellow up from his feet. We'll do 2 of these, maybe, if I can get it to work. These will go on there. They're almost too big. Almost. We're gonna use them. And then He needs a beak. Come on, I need orange. Orange is open color. I think it's time to go through this bin again. I almost feel like his face is not, this is not intense enough. Yes, just one beak. Yep, just one beak. Gotcha. Oh, yeah. There we go. That pleases me more than this piece. So we'll put this piece away. I'll cut the little V shape out again. Those are just so big. I wish I had something in between. Might have to just try to cut them out myself, maybe. Let's see what luck I'll have. Now they're not round, but I can see more of my background. And a little beak. I think I need to shop for some punches for different sizes than I have. All right, let's build his face over here on its own. Just trying to round off some of this that's not rounded. Okay, and then a little beak. All right, so what I'm going to do is glue the little beak on in the middle. So we'll put a dot, because it won't take more than a dot of glue. All right. Oh, his beak's trying to escape from under his eyeballs. There we go. Then you decide where you want your head to fall on here. Howard, do you want to go outside? Hi, Mary Ellen Weber. Hi, Jan. Hi, Carla. What? All right. Couple black dots or dark brown. Something dark. for the middle of his eyes. 1, 2. All right, put these on here. Just like that, he's a hootie owl. Hoot, hoot. Now, if I had longer than an hour, I might like ink edges and, give it a little bit more dimension by taking my time and inking edges on the circles and the beak and all that kind of stuff. But I want to keep these at an hour. So if somebody wanted to just come on and do a tag, they could. So you decide where you want your head to fall on your owl, whatever looks best to you, and glue his head on. And things I like to do is maybe come in with a pen, a gold pen, white pen, black pen, maybe do some doodling on the wings. And Howard, you're going to have to wait just a sec. And ink your edges of your tag. I might do that real quick before I sign off. And then I'm going to look at chat and see if anybody had any questions. And feel free, if you would rather do this at a slower rate, go back and make me stop when you are working on something and then start me back up. All right. Okay. Just give little half moons on either side. Maybe a couple dots in his beak, not his nose, his beak. All right. We'll ink the edges. You can also use like there's a bunch of glitter on that. You can use like a Stabilo awl and maybe go around him to bring him out some. Oh, another thing we need to do is punch the hole back out because this is a tag. And maybe add some bark to your tree branch. All this is kind of just the little fiddly bits that you can do. I don't ever let him go out. He's just stuck in here with me all the time. Liar. Liar cat. So there's my little tag. And I hope you guys enjoyed making an owly tag. I'll hold it up so you can see him. We'll punch this hole back out real quick. There we go. I'll search and see if I can find some colorful thread of sorts to go in there. And I'll probably doodle on him. What are you guys talking about? Kissing chickens on lips. Chickens ain't got no lips. Okay, guys, I'm going to let you go and go let Howie out. And next week, we'll do a different critter. So maybe we'll do a little fox next week. All right. Howard's getting insistent. So I'm going to let you guys go. Bye, guys.